Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Haley, and I have another subscriber question that says, and this is from Lisa, I just ordered the aloe for my 12-year-old son with severe IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome. I need to make it palatable for him, but don't want to include ingredients in the drink smoothie that might hinder his success with healing IBS. What is ideal for an IBS aloe smoothie that a 12-year-old boy would still enjoy drinking? We don't drink dairy either, so I would be using plant-based milks or water, coconut water. Lisa, that's a great question, and it would probably not be the one I'm drinking, which is kind of cool if I show you in the camera because I have a green screen, and this is my green smoothie that I'm drinking, and because it's super dark green and I got a green screen behind me, it all disappears, which is rather interesting. But I got this thick smoothie going on. It has some aloe in it, and it has some wheatgrass in it, and for me, frozen mango and even a banana. But the key in this is finding foods that work with him first. And, you know, really, if he does well with the aloe vera, the easiest thing to kill any bitterness is just a couple drops of stevia. Stevia is natural plant, very sweet flavor, and can kill the bitterness with just a couple drops, and he can drink it straight and not put it in a smoothie and expand it so he has to drink so much more. And if it helps him get the results he wants, he'll actually look forward to drinking his aloe vera. But let's consider a principle in getting well from irritable bowel syndrome or acid reflux or any kind of, Crohn's, whatever inflammatory bowel condition it is, identifying the foods that work for you and the ones that don't. So as an example, you might start with something with an elimination diet and get rid of everything and only have maybe bone stock soup, broth, chicken broth, beef broth, as much as is needed to sustain you for a day or two as you're, growing your list of foods that work for you. And, when things kind of level out and you have good energy levels and clear thinking and digestion is smooth, maybe that day you add something to it, such as, a vegetable like broccoli or cauliflower or asparagus or whatever, one of your favorite vegetables. Maybe spinach. You cook it up really good because it's easier to digest when it's cooked. If everything goes well, that food that you added stays on your good food list as you're building your list of good foods. And the next day you add something else to it, and maybe another vegetable. Eventually you add a little chicken to it, or beef even, like grass-fed beef. And you build your diet with foods that work for you. As soon as you add something to that goes wrong, maybe it's potatoes. And, you're eating your soup with the potatoes in it for the first time, and, an hour after eating it, you crash. Potatoes probably aren't good for you. You add carrots, it goes well. Eventually, you might, since cooked carrots in the soup went well, you might have your soup with a side of carrots as you're building your diet. You might eventually, as things are good and you're building your diet, start trying different fruits. And when those go good for you, that might be something you want to add to the smoothie. So that's kind of how we think in terms of identifying which foods are good for you. And, think about keeping a journal, a 3-column journal, and there's a date and time stamp, what you're eating and how you feel. And the how you feel column is more than just digestion, high energy levels, clear thinking. I'm able to process things good. When I'm at school and the teacher's teaching me, I'm able to receive. When I'm, in a conversation with people, my mind's not drifting. I'm able to focus. I have good energy. I'm not crashing. I don't need a nap after I eat. If you eat something and it makes you need a nap, chances are that's a food that's not working well for you. Now, you don't always have to make a food and a how you feel entry. Sometimes it's just a food entry. Sometimes it's a how you feel entry. Date and time, I feel real good. And maybe you didn't eat anything for a couple hours. But you start seeing a pattern, a couple hours after eating this particular food, I feel really good. That food's probably good for you. You start developing these patterns and realizing what works and what doesn't. And then your smoothies might be, you know, very simple, starting with, you know, one ingredient. I like to blend my smoothies, by the way, and then add the aloe at the end, because if I put the aloe in first, well, it kind of foams up, expands, and then you have just more to drink. You know, it's interesting. If I drink this, because it's green, and I give myself a green mustache, I wonder if my face will disappear into the green screen. What do you think? Bets? No, why not? We'll give it a try. Oh, look. Look. I disappear by hiding behind it. Alright, that's a first ever. Thanks for checking out this video.